one time or another in our careers as HR professionals, we wonder if we are really performing at our potential, no matter how many hours we put in. What you are about to see is a participant actually going through the sessions, working with her coach, reflecting on her experience, and planning to make changes to become a higher performing HR leader. Join us as we demonstrate the transformational power of this development experience on a human level, right where people are.
I'm currently working as the VP of HR at Vision Share. Prior to my employment at Vision Share, I was with Stellant, and I was there for just over 6 years in a director of HR role. It was great to have the dinner beforehand. It was a great opportunity to meet in person the other participants in a more social setting. We sat at the tables that we were assigned to with our small group, and so really got a chance to both personally and professionally get to know those people the night before, which really was a highlight in that you were so comfortable with them the next day.
Well, I know that what I wanted to get out of the program was more confidence as a leader. I know I have a lot of good HR experience, but the confidence and I wanted to build on. In our two groups, we were asked to get out these big Post-it notes, bright colors, and write what we wanted to get out of the program, what we wanted to give, and then also what our fear was in the program. And you could look at that and see what everyone in the group, you could identify with maybe someone else's fear, or you thought, well, that's a good idea as far as what I could give to the program. So I think I'm going to embrace that.
Moving into the next day, we had some homework that we did, and it was really going back deep into ourselves and listing 5 stories about our personal or professional life, and then sharing those with another member of the team. And getting to know that person beforehand really helped in being comfortable sharing the more intimate details of your life. We went around and we asked each other what the first impressions of each other were. It was just a really great exercise. It was very emotional for some of the participants. I would consider them, great resources, a great network, but also friends at this point. We've really gelled together. It's a great cohesive group, and I think we learn a lot from each other, and I think that is so important, as well as in the sessions where we have the facilitators, us getting together in our small group with our coach and being comfortable in that spot really helps us develop ourselves as well.
Mitch talked about how we as HR professionals can build credibility within the organization and our position. He gave an example, illustrated how when you go up to a whiteboard or a flip chart and draw out maybe an X and Y axis, draw out your statistical information, how that really makes a bold statement.
It was great for me in terms of my current employment because it was all about building credibility and really going in and stating what you need to do, having the facts, the data, the supporting information behind it, who you need to get on board, why you need to get those people on board, and really how to do that and execute. And I thought he gives some really good insight as to building credibility, making change within your organization, making mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, accepting responsibility for your mistakes, and how to move forward.
When I meet with Trudy, I'll have more information regarding my project and the parameters around it, and I'd like to be able to have the opportunity to run that past her, get her input, her ideas.
And why is this project the right project for you at this time? What's the business case for why this project is an important one for you to gain visibility, build credibility, and make an impact on human resources and your own leadership in the organization?
Well, our company currently is going through an integration acquisition, and so the goal, the business case here is to merge our HRIS system of the existing company with the new company that's acquiring us.
Trudy makes it a point to come to the participant's office because she really wants to get a feel for the environment that they're working in. So we sat and we focused on language, the environment, the process. She met some people in my organization, took her around and gave her a tour. So she really had a sense of how I was feeling. And so we talked further about that, and then we moved toward our project. And she really gives some great insight as to, the lines that I was moving along and, how I could expand on those, some additional questions to ask, some additional resources to tap into. And so it was a very helpful session. It lasted about an hour and a half. So she spent a great deal of time with me, and I was very appreciative. I think a big insight for me was being that our organization is just bringing HR in-house, and I'm the first HR person that Vision Chair has had on site, really making sure that I don't just develop something and hand it over to them, saying, okay, here's what you have to do. Making it really a collaborative experience, getting them to see the value that HR can add to the organization. I would definitely recommend the experience for all emerging leaders. I think it's a great chance to reflect on yourself, reflect on what motivates you, reflect on your behavior styles, reflect on how you communicate with others. And I think there's a lot of learning, and there's a lot of insight, and a lot of helpful tips that come out of the sessions as well as the interactions with the small group members, because we really critique each other a lot too. And it's very accepted, and it's constructive criticism in an acceptable way because it's coming from a peer, and it's coming from someone who's gotten to know you, and it's coming from someone who you consider a friend that only wants you to do well, which is a really great thing.
The experience has really changed me because it's given me the confidence to know that being a leader isn't easy, and being a leader causes you to take risks. And I know now I can do those things. Come prepared to learn and expand and really challenge your thinking about who you are and your thinking about who leaders are. Other development programs, you walk away and you hope that you can get one or two small nuggets that somehow you'll be able to use down the road. And this program was incredible because to me it just changed my perspective and my outlook on who I am as a person, who I am as a leader, but also made me realize I can use this stuff, and it caused me to become that new person, and something that I use every day, which is really cool.
This program just had an incredible impact on me. What I found in this program was something that I hadn't experienced before. It's something that's lived on for me, and it's continued to live on, and it's just been very impactful from my confidence level within the organization, and has allowed me to grow with the executive leaders, and I've really kind of been able to step up my game because of this program. I would say my organization has benefited in a way that they have now seen that I can be a resource to them, an advocate for them. They can come to me and I can provide good, sound business advice. And before the program, I'm not sure they really knew that I was that type of resource for them. I would say absolutely go for it, and I would be an advocate for anyone that needs me to talk to their manager, and it's such a growth opportunity. The organization will benefit if they send their person to this training. I wouldn't take it back for the world. Now I'm feeling the camera.
Thank you so much.
Turn that camera off.
Yeah.